y'all. Hey, welcome back to another vliggity what vlog. This is day one of my detox. I woke up feeling pumped, feeling ready to go, ready to get it, ready to do the damn thing, and here we are. Matter of fact, let me turn off this stove light. There we go. Okay. Y'all know black folks love to use the stove light as a little night light. Nah, I had just turned it on. But I ain't got no rhyme or reason to this. No, I got a reason. I ain't got a rhyme to it. I'm flowing like I'm flowing. Flowing. But the reason is because my body needs a reset. Okay. So that's the reason. I have done this different ways. I showed y'all the book last week, the 2 books from J.J. Smith, and follow it. I've done it before, but I just want to kind of try different things based off of what I know my body reacts better to. So it'll be a little bit of anti-inflammatory diet protocol. Excuse me, there'll be a little bit of just detox protocol that anybody that typically detox will follow. Just a little bit of this, that. My battery's dying soon, so I have to change it. But just a little bit of this, that, and the third. Okay. But what I do know is that chia seeds is really good for y'all. So I got these ones from Trader Joe's, and I just opened them up last night when I was pouring this. So I use this one from Trader Joe's. These are really good sources of fiber, y'all. It literally says it on the bag right there. Really good source of fiber. Get your body going. So I have those, and I already soaked it in the water last night. So this is what it's looking like. This is a 56 ounce jar, a little mason jar. You see the chia seeds down there, and shake it on up. Get it going. Get that body going. Oh, I guess I gotta shake some more of it. But anyway, shake it up, and then you drink a certain amount. So the recipe, I know it looks disgusting, y'all, but if you haven't tried chia seeds, they don't really taste like much of anything. They have a jelly consistency to it, but it's not like tapioca balls that's like big. So you're not going to even taste too much of it, because there's no taste, there's no like flavor. It's more just like texture. But it was saying when you first start out that you should do about 16 ounces with 1 tablespoon. So I got measuring 1 tablespoon, 16 ounces. And then if you notice that your body can tolerate it, then they suggest 1 cup to 1 tablespoon. So 8 ounces to 1 tablespoon. Do what you need to do for you, right? This isn't advice, because I don't want to hear nobody say, oh my God, that made me sick. Or, oh my God, that made me shit. Or, oh my God, that made me this or that. Like, I don't, you know, I'm going to have to get a spoon to get that bottom part that's just sitting there. I should have poured the water first, and then I should have put that in there. But anyway, do what you need to do. I'm going to divvy this up and drink it in different ways. So it gave me, I went on Pinterest and I found a few suggestions of recipes on how to make a concoction. There was some that was warm ingredients, because y'all know I don't like hot beverages, but I'll do warm if I have to. So there was a few that was warm, there was a few that was just cold, whatever. But it's fiber, so it should also keep you a bit satiated. So I think I'm going to start my days off with this and see how that goes. And I'm going to just choose one of the recipes and go from there. And then just start having drinks this morning. Water, juices, and maybe I'll allow myself to have 1 solid snack closer to lunchtime. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, right? This is day 1. So, like I said, the first couple of days, you having a little bit of like withdrawals, and your head can start doing things. Your stomach can be like, oh, I'm hungry. You'll be all right though, right? You're cleansing it all. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right, because God got you. Okay, so let's go on ahead and make this drink. I'm gonna get a spoon to try to get those chia seeds down there to move around. So let's go on ahead and do that. Okay, y'all, so this is what we're gonna do. Today's chia seed drink idea is what they call the morning detox and belly fat support. So I got some organic mints from Trader Joe's. It says wash it off, so let's just run this underneath some water. Get it a good little washy wash. I do have fruit and vegetable spray, but I think this will be fine to just rinse it off a little bit. It said a few little mint leaves. This is strong. This is strong. A few would be 3. So we're going to put this up in there. We're going to put it in the chia drink. Down you go. And y'all, let me hip y'all on something. If you are like me and you clean your meat, okay, because you know that's a controversy. If you clean your meat, these could be helpful. Now, I use vinegar too, so not too much. Don't come for me. I use vinegar as well. But these here, these True Lemon, let's see if I can get it to focus. True Lemon and the True Lime packages, these are really good. So 1 packet is equivalent to 1 wedge. So, you know, when you slice it up and you get the little wedge, 1 pack is equivalent to 1 wedge. And I don't even be using the full pack because, well, for meat, yeah, but for like a drink, I don't use the whole pack. There's no GMOs, sweeteners, gluten-free, it's all this stuff, right? It's just crystallized lemon with the oil and the juice, and they just crystallize it. And that's all that's it. Clean ingredients, pretty good. So I just want to show y'all these. I ordered them from Amazon. We're not going to use lime. And it comes with a box of, how many? 100. And it lasts me for a very long time. So this recipe said to do mint, juice of half of a lemon. So since this is 1 wedge, I guess technically I need to use the whole thing. I just don't like things to be very tart, but a half a lemon would be about 2 wedges. I'm not going to go for that much lemon, so we're just going to use 1 whole pack of this. Normally I don't, but since we're detoxing, we're going to listen to what they say. Because these here, I don't know if it's because it's crystallized, but it's very potent. I can smell it. I'm telling y'all, it's very potent. And then water, and then chia seeds. And then it says, oh, okay, so I already soaked it, so it's fine. It says let it soak, but I soaked it last night. So basically we're just having fresh lemon mint water to start. Give it a good little swoosh around. Shine. Just a nice little lemon water. And that is one of the drinks for today. So this is first drink of the day. I'm going to take my vitamins. Hopefully that black seed oil vitamin do not backlash on me. Because can I just tell y'all, if you don't eat with that, it will make you feel very sick stomach. So I might have to start saving that black seed vitamin for the evening when I have like a meal. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get through it. Like, I'm not going to be able to get through it. The bright side of this too is that once you drink like the chia seeds and the lemon, you can at least keep the mint, right, until the mint sort of start to lose its flavor, and then you could just have mint water, right? So there's different ways to do it, but this is drink 1 of the day. I'm going to kind of walk y'all through what I have today, just so y'all get an idea on what it is that I'm doing, and then we can go from there. Okay, y'all, it's about an hour and a half after my water, and I'm hungry. When I have that water, I was just waking up, and typically, or not just waking up, but getting my day started, I should say. I was already up for a little bit. But typically, I'll do the same thing. Get up, get my day started, shower, get myself together. And then I'll usually have like my matcha first. As a matter of fact, I can actually put my matcha inside of this juice, so that'll actually be good. But then I'll have breakfast, 9, 10 something, and it's just about to be 10. So that was an hour and a half that I had that water. And I'm now getting hungry, which makes sense. That tracked my normal routine. But it's juice time, and I'm not gonna have any like snacky item or whatever, nuts or boiled egg or vegetable, carrots or whatever, until at least noon, which is good because it's just now about to be 10. So this should probably hold me over for another like hour and a half. So we'll see. But this is the one that I had already showed y'all, the Power of 7, which is a juice already made up from Trader Joe's. So I'm making this a little easier for myself. Because again, I could be following what was in the book, but I feel like it's a little bit easier. I'm more so just trying to reset my body. I don't need to be extreme about if I make it at home or if it's already pre-made, as long as the ingredients is clean, which I told y'all these are. This doesn't have any extra razzle dazzle or anything. And the serving size for this is 8 ounces, but because I'm just juicing by itself, there would be 4 servings in here for 8 ounces, but I'm gonna do 2 servings, just about almost 2 servings, because these glasses get up to, I think, 12 ounces. So whatever the glass can hold, that's going to be fine. And I'm going to put some matcha inside of it too. So that way it's like a fruit mixed matcha. So yeah, that's going to be my treat. So we're going to have some of this, which this is actually my favorite flavor out of all of them. And then that's going to be that. So let me go on ahead and pour it up, get it together, mix it up. And that's how we're going to do that. So I got my matcha powder inside of there. I sift it. And then I use a frother. I bought the original bowl with the little wood wicker thing that you use and all that stuff. But the frother works literally just as well. It blends it perfectly. And it also gives it that nice foam that like a matcha can create with the little wood wicker thing. So that's how I like to do it, and it does exactly what I need it to do. And I know for some people they might be like, well, you're detoxing, why are you putting in like matcha or whatever? There's some detoxes, y'all, that if you're a coffee drinker, you can have like black coffee with a splash of something, with stevia or something like that. I'm not a coffee drinker. I drink matcha. I don't drink matcha often either. But because it's something that I typically would have in the morning, if I do have it at all, like I don't have a habit nature. I'm not a habitual sort of natured person. I can have something because I enjoy it, and then I can go a long time without it and not care about it, right? Like it's not like where some people's like, I need my coffee or I need my caffeine. I don't need anything. I just don't have a habitual sort of nature about me. But it is nice to have. So you see it was pink and now it's with the matcha. So just have that, give it. And I mean, green tea is good for you, and so that's what that is. That matcha I get from Costco. Let me show y'all the one. So I get this one from, and I keep it in the refrigerator because it says that it's better stored in the refrigerator. I wasn't initially storing it in there, but I just started. So this is the one that I get from Costco, in case you're looking for it. You want to get ceremonial grade matcha. Don't get the one that they cook with and all this other stuff. You want to make sure it's ceremonial. See, ceremonial grade matcha. And Costco, you get a good ass quality 2 in a pack for like $20. Okay, normally matcha is an expensive thing, and this product was made in Japan. This is actual factual shit. This ain't just no, you know, it works good. And so you can use it with hot drinks or cold drinks or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't come with anything other than the actual matcha green tea powder. So put this inside of there, and cheers to drink number 2. Okay, y'all, we are refilling the water jug because I need some more water. I don't know if I told y'all, but I have one of those water cleaners, and I should tell you that it is not cheap. It's like, the size that I got is $500. So this is the water machine right here, and the brand is Aqua True. So AQUATRU without the E at the end. Aqua True, and I got the smart version that links with your phone, and there's an app, and then it tells you how much water is in the tank. It tells you when to fill it. It tells you when to replace the filters. It was an investment. I got it in the beginning of the year. Excuse me. And I've been looking at it for a while. And I'm such a water snood. So you can hear it now because I just put it on. This is the tap water in the back. And then this is the purified water up front. And I'm going to show y'all the difference in what it looks like in color. Okay? Because clearly you're not going to see the contaminated part. Well, not contaminated, but you know. The shit that's in tap water that you really shouldn't be drinking. You're not going to see that by the naked eye. But you can see the color difference. So I'm going to show y'all up close when this fills. This doesn't completely empty. It only empties to a certain point. It tells you that. And then this fills or whatever. And you'll see the difference in color. It's like night and fucking day. But anyway, that was originally like $500. And then I got it on sale and it went down to like $4 something. But there's other versions. So y'all can get a smaller version that's like $3 something, $2 something. And then there's the under sink version. But I rent an apartment, so I'm not doing all the sink connections and stuff because it would be too much. But it's worth it. When I tell y'all, I got the alkaline version as well. So I got the top tier one, the highest one that you can get, because I was getting it on sale. And I deserve quality. Okay, Pookie? So anyways, I got that. And there's alkaline version, or if you're not into alkaline and you just want like purified reverse osmosis, you can get that one. But when I say this is a game changer, it's a game changer. I used to do the bubbler situation and I would have to go and refill it because I used to do the delivery service. It just costs way too much money. So especially when you're doing a detox, you want to have clean water. Because detoxing is not just about weight loss or whatever else people classify detoxing as. Like, it's about putting clean stuff in your body. So your water is like #1 as well, right? So that's what this machine is. But I drink a lot of water, y'all. So this isn't even a full gallon. It's a little bit less. I think it's like 0.75 of a gallon. And so typically I will refill this minimum every other day. Sometimes it can be almost daily because I'm drinking quite a bit. But because I'm detoxing, I did this last night just to fill up that chia jar that y'all saw. And then I have a little bit in the refrigerator too. Also, I should tell you, this pitcher has the dispense button here, but you can also take this pitcher off when it fills and you can just put it in the refrigerator. But because I kind of have like limited space in my refrigerator, I do not like to put such a big pitcher in the refrigerator. So I'll use this little like small. So this is what I have left from last night after filling the chia jar that y'all saw. So it does a good amount of water, but I'm about to use this right now to show y'all my next drink that I'm sort of prepping for after my midday snack. But I want to prep it now because I want the ginger to, or not ginger, because I'm going to do that one later. But I'm about to do the apple cider vinegar drink. And I just want to kind of give time for the ingredients to really like, you know, sit. So I'm going to prepare this now and then put it back in the refrigerator and, you know, go from there. So I just rinsed this out from my juice earlier and I'm going to put it in here. But yeah, I have to stay on top of this because if I'm about to use a good amount of this, I need new water. So I just want to share that machine with y'all. But I'm here preparing this other drink for y'all. And like I said, I can leave the links if you're interested in any of this stuff. I'm just choosing off the list of things that they give and going from there. Stuff that I know that I can do. So this one, or that I like, that I can enjoy, right? So also, detoxing doesn't need to be boring. It doesn't need to feel like a death sentence. It doesn't need to feel like you're torturing yourself, right? It should be that you enjoy, like, at least what you're putting inside of your body, right? Like, it isn't easy, so you try to make it as simple as you can. So anyways, this one's the apple cider vinegar drink, and it will be a glass of water. So we're gonna fill this, and I gotta be careful, y'all, because I broke one of my like glass straws the other day. And just where you think that you got all of the pieces of glass, you end up missing it. So we're going to fill this. And I think I got this wrong, y'all. This is actually not 12 ounces. I believe that this is 17 ounces. So I'm going to have to test that because I think I misspoke. But I'm going to test that out. So I got a glass of water with, it's saying a table, and it says warm, but I looked up online that like they say warm because that could be better for your system. But it's like at the end of the day, if you're just drinking it and you want it cold, then drink it cold. I prefer cold drinks, as I said to y'all, so it is what it is. This is telling me to do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So we got the organic one from Trader Joe's. This, matter of fact, let me shake it up. I had to get it for myself, but I also needed to get it for Obama because it's supposed to be good for their paws. So I need to like do a little concoction with that. Woo! Apple cider vinegar do not smell good. So you need a teaspoon of this. So this is where my spoons live, and so we're gonna do a teaspoon of this, and we're gonna pour it inside of the water. Ooh, baby, this don't smell pretty, but that's why that little teaspoon will do you right, baby. It'll do you right. So you do a teaspoon of that, which was very little, as y'all can see, and then it says that you do a half a teaspoon of honey. So I get this from Aldi, which is perfect. It is raw, pure, you know, situation here. Nothing additives. Let me show y'all the ingredients because look, I ain't gotta tell you no lie. Look, unfiltered honey, okay? Unfiltered honey. I know somebody that I don't know if harvest would be the right word, but harvest honey, because they have bees and the whole situation. But I think they haven't done it for a little bit, so I just started getting this one from Aldi, which is the clean version. So I took the little piece of the thing off, and then this is saying do half a teaspoon. So I'm gonna just squirt this in here. Alright, alright. I'm gonna just whisk it inside of my apple cider vinegar. Just kind of go like that, like that. Let it get down up in there. Because y'all know honey, it take a little bit to get up in there. So I'm gonna just leave this upside down, sitting here real quick. And then the next ingredient is a pinch of cinnamon. This is optional, but I love how cinnamon tastes, so we're gonna do that. I got this one from Trader Joe's, which is the organic cinnamon, and there is different kind of grades of cinnamon, so I do like to get this organic one because it does taste different. So we'll do that, and then we'll shake it inside of the water. And this will be the water that I have after my little snack in a little bit. And that's going to be pretty much it. That's going to be my little before dinner situation. So I don't know if I told y'all, but I am doing one clean meal a day. And dinner's going to be very simple. Very simple. It is not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be ground chicken. And it's going to be sweet potatoes, because that's anti-inflammatory. So you want to do a starch that's not going to be too crazy. Usually that or quinoa is usually pretty acceptable. I don't like brown rice. I've done it and I just do not prefer it. So I just don't even, I'm not going to force myself. If I don't love it, I don't love it. I like white rice. That isn't great for you. So whatever. We're just going to skip it all together. And then, oh, and this water machine goes for about 10 minutes, y'all, just so you know. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. But I'm going to have that. And then I have arugula, which is like a leaf mix. And I mix it in like a bowl. And that's all that's it. It'd be perfect, y'all. So that'll be dinner. And then if I feel like I need a little something, because I tend to not have dinner past 8 p.m. My sweet spot is between 7 and 8. So 7 or 7:30 or whatever. And then it's about to stop. Y'all about to hear it stop. There it is. And then that's it. And if I need like something in between, because I go to bed a little later sometimes than I normally should, then I'll make like another drink of some sort, right? Like another water, something like that. But that is pretty much it, y'all. I mean, so far so good. I'm feeling fine. I'm not feeling overwhelmed or like a headache or deprived or I don't know, all the things that you can normally feel with a detox. I'm not feeling that. So far so good, right? I don't want to get too carried away, but the honey has seeped down in here. It would have seeped quicker if it was warm, but it's fine. So it just says a pinch. So I usually just go like this, and then that's it. So y'all see the cinnamon's in there, and then just take the little straw, and just sort of like whisk it up in here. You know, put the little thing on, whisk it, and then I'm gonna let it sit in the refrigerator for some time, because I feel like when you let it sit, it allows, you know, the ingredients to do its thing. But let me show y'all the water up close. You'll be able to see the difference. I'm trying to make sure that I got it from a good angle. I feel like y'all can see. So that's what they call the dirty water. You see how it looks all cloudy and just like clearly full of whatever is in tap water. Then y'all see the water here. Y'all see how it damn near is blending in with the clear container that it's in. And I don't even know if y'all can tell where the water line is. So the water line's up here. It doesn't always get extremely to the top, but it's up here. But y'all can tell the water difference. You see how clear that water is. You see how murky, sort of looking, dirty looking is looking. That is the huge difference, y'all. So when I tell y'all there's a difference, there's a huge difference. So I already have some of the water left from that, but what I do is I just fill it and then I put it in the refrigerator, and then that way if I want cold water, I have cold water, and then if I want room temperature water, then I still have water inside of here. I can have room temperature water, and then I just put this in the refrigerator. Smaller, compact, perfect. It was the best, almost $500 that I could have spent. Because when you think about renting the machine, I was renting the machine at one point, the bubbler machine. When you were doing delivery, they was charging you $7 per 5 gallons when it's really only $2.50 at the damn grocery store. Then they was charging you a fee and all this stuff. And then if you start going to the store and getting it yourself, you gotta carry it, you gotta lug it up the stair. It was a mess. This is the best investment I literally could have done for myself. Like, being such a water snood, and I'm one of those that tastes the difference in waters. You know how some people's like, I don't taste the difference. Water's water to me. And it ain't. There is a difference. You can tell a huge difference in taste. That this was the best investment. And getting alkaline for sure is like, it's so crisp. So crisp. So I would highly recommend it. But yeah, that's all that's it. I'm not hungry right now. I'm feeling okay. And when I do get hungry, I will come back and show y'all my little snack that I make. And we'll just keep going from there. I just want to show y'all a full day in my routine of what it looks like with detoxing and my honest opinion about how I feel. Okay, y'all. It is time for snack time. So I got my eggs boiled, and I use an egg boiler, y'all. This one I'm gonna have to replace because I hate that it's not an on and off switch. You gotta unplug it to start it, and you gotta plug it in. No, plug it in and start it, and unplug it to stop it. It's kind of whatever. But it comes with the lid, and you do your boiled eggs, and then it comes with the holder where you put the eggs to sit. I have to wash it because it did kind of explode a little bit. Sometimes it can do that, but it doesn't happen often, but sometimes it can kind of, you know, bust open. So I'm gonna just wash it off today. Typically you don't have to. You just put water in the little well and it boils it up and cooks them perfectly. And it comes with a measuring cup that have certain tick lines on here. So this is for soft eggs, medium eggs, and hard boiled eggs. So I love that. But I want to upgrade to one where there's a switch, because unplugging it, plugging it, and what it does is make this loud when it's done, and it won't stop until you unplug it. So it's annoying. So I'm gonna have 3 boiled eggs, and this is where I told y'all I'm detoxing, right? Most of my intake is liquids, but I will have some snacks, not heavy, but like one snack period or whatever. And that's about lunchtime, which is now, because now I'm feeling a little hungry. And it is officially 1:30. I had that juice, that first juice that I had at 10. So 11, 12, 1, 1 and a half. 11, 12, 1 and a half. So that was 3.5 hours ago. So that's pretty good to have this snack. And then I told y'all that it's a detox, but I'm also doing anti-inflammatory. So if I do eat something, then it's also anti-inflammatory option. And I know most times detoxing, and when you're on an anti-inflammatory diet, you don't eat processed stuff, or what they consider it being minimally processed, right? And I have a whole bag of these. So because it's protein, I'm like, why not? And I'm only gonna have the serving size. So this is organic chicken sausage, okay? This brand here, I get it from Costco. It's the Jones Dairy Farm. It is a pretty good, clean brand. These are anti-inflammatory diet approved. I know this because I've done an anti-inflammatory diet. This is literally all that's inside of it. Clean ingredients. You see what I mean? So you see where I'm going with this. There is literally organic chicken, water, sea salt, organic spices, which is dried parsley, and organic lemon peel powder. Very clean, very simple, very straight to the point. The serving size is 3 links, which is 100 calories, okay? So I'm gonna have these, put it in the air fryer. I normally put it on the stove, but I don't feel like heating up the stove for these 3 links right now. So I'm just gonna put it in the air fryer and let it do its thing. But I'm gonna have the 3 little links, 3 boiled eggs, and then I'm gonna have a little bit of garlic and onion nuts, okay? That may seem like a meal. It's not really a meal because we all know this is not going to be extremely like holding you down. But I'll have this, and then I'll have some more water, and then I'll be fine. And then in between, after having this to dinner time, I'll have another like juice or beverage or whatever, and then have dinner. So I won't always have boiled eggs and the nuts and the sausage, but I need to wean myself, right, to having less. And this is very clean, and it's very simple, and it's like the minimal amount of processed stuff that you'll have. So let's go on ahead and have this for lunch, and then I will check back in with y'all when I have something else. Hey y'all, coming for a little intermission. I got a package from TikTok shop. I am not a person that always fall for the TikTok shenanigans, but sometimes. Because also, if TikTok got it, I check Amazon. Just so I can get Prime, so I can get the shit quicker. But also, sometimes, when TikTok be like, oh, it's a special, it don't always be a special. And sometimes you can find it on Amazon for cheaper. So, if you didn't know, you found out here. Okay? Thank you. Now, I ordered this, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is something that I had considered ordering since 2024. But I was not working like consistently at that time. That's when I told y'all that like I was looking for work and all this stuff. So just ordering extra stuff was not a part of the cards at that time. But enough is enough. And on top of me doing this detox, enough is enough for me to change other things as well. So with that being said, we're going to go on ahead and open this. And this is something that will help with my health. This is a small business, so I appreciate that. Small business. And they got a little thank you note. I love a good little thank you note. Thank you so much for your order. We really appreciate your support. You supporting our small business. Love your purchase. Please leave a review. That is so dope. So, I love their little packaging. This reminds me of my small little business, y'all, because I use these same boxes to ship my little stuff. And they got their little printer and that kind of thing. And they wrapped it nice, so it didn't break. And I love that they put glass sticker on there. Remember when I was just showing y'all packaging? Told y'all packaging is important. And as me being a consumer, I'm paying attention to that. Because at the end of the day, I don't want my stuff breaking. And for my customers, I don't want their stuff breaking. So I love that. This here is wild yam cream. Now y'all might have heard of this, and a lot of people, or women I should say, a lot of women use this whether they have like PCOS, they have fibroids, endometriosis, a lot of those issues that most women deal with. And I did my research, and there's a lot of dupes out there, and Anna, who approved the whole wild yam cream and initiated the wild yam cream, I think out in Australia and all that stuff, she only backed some of these companies that's trying to make their own wild yam cream, because a lot of them are just bullshit and it ain't legit, okay? But this company and another company on TikTok I heard was approved with it being a go, okay? And so this brand is Faith and Grace, which I believe they're a religious company, which I love that. I love that. And this is supposed to help with your menstrual discomfort, menopause, all the other things that I told y'all about. And if you don't know what wild yam cream is, just Google it. I'm not here to give you all of the details because it does require research to understand how it works, how you use it, what you need to use it for, and all the stuff. But if you are a woman that deals with menstrual issues, PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, do your research on it. See if it may be something that you can utilize. But I've been wanting to use this for years. And yes, they are religious because it says here Genesis 1:29. So I think that's cool. Alexa, what is the scripture for Genesis 1:29?
Genesis 1:29 reads, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat."
Okay, so y'all heard her. I know it was a little low, but it is very important that we really do our research and try to use clean ingredients, because sometimes they will play in your face with this stuff. And trying to use what these doctors are prescribing don't always cut it, right? It doesn't always cut it. And so I've done my research, y'all, for years, okay? Since 2023, 2024, really 2024, because that's when I was diagnosed with endometriosis and I want to try something natural. Oh shit, look at me about to drop it. Godly, let me put this down. But that's when I started seeing wild yam cream, and I was like, all right, I need to try to utilize this. And I never got it, and I should have tried to get it last year, and just a lot was going on. Now here we are. So we're gonna try this, and I will keep y'all posted, but I just want to share the little package and let y'all know that I got it, and I'm very excited to see how it works out for me. I mean, I can just hope that it gives me some sort of difference in hormones and all the other stuff. And I would definitely keep y'all posted. But I just wanted to come and share that with y'all. And we're going to get back to the rest of the day. We ain't got too much going on right now. I done finished. This is like my third glass of water. So we chugging it down. I'm going to have a juice in maybe the next hour or so. And we're just gonna go from there, but I'll keep y'all posted. Y'all, this here, bomb.com. This is the apple cider vinegar, honey, apple cider vinegar, honey, cinnamon, water that I was telling y'all about earlier. Baby, get into it. This here tastes like a healthy version of a little bit of an apple pie. Okay? I know y'all might be like, Bessie, what is you saying? No, I'm for real. Healthy version. Because what happens is, you know, when you add cinnamon, it really intensify what it is that you're adding it in. And it has its own natural like sweetness to it. But then you mix that with honey, which already is naturally sweet. Baby is giving. And you know, apple cider vinegar comes from apples. So you get that under layer of the vinegar, but it's subtle. It isn't like, you know, smacking you in the face, but you know that it's like in there. But most of all, it feels like it tastes like, sorry, that the apple is amplified as well. So that's why it's very much giving like a nice little razzle dazzle healthy version of an apple, cinnamon apple pie. And baby, I told y'all, I don't like hot beverages. It did suggest it as being good as a warm drink, but it is so freaking good as a cold drink. Like, detox and no detox, this will definitely be staying in rotation. Y'all hear me? It shall remain in rotation. Y'all gotta try this out. I'm gonna make sure that I add the links to all the stuff that I've been sort of using if I got a recipe from somewhere, because baby, this is the one. Okay, y'all, I made it to, it's almost 7:30. I made it to dinner. I am very excited to have dinner. It is simple. It's a bed of arugula with ground chicken seasoned to perfection, and my sweet potatoes seasoned to perfection. I'm gonna give y'all the ingredients that I just was throwing together one time for my sweet potatoes. And maybe when I tell you, they are immaculate. They're so freaking good. Every time they come out perfect. And I'm gonna eat this, and this is gonna be dinner. And if I end up wanting a little snack later, I'll have a small amount of juice and go to sleep. But the way I'm feeling already, I am sleepy. But I'm so glad that I made it, y'all. I don't feel like I need to rush and be like, oh my God, I'm starving. This was so hard. Like, I don't feel that at all. I feel fine. I just feel like I'm hungry because it's dinner time, right? Just like you're hungry for whatever meal. So I am so glad. I'm not going to take y'all through the entire duration of this detox, because I don't want the whole vlog to just be all about that. But, excuse me, I will give y'all a sum up on how it goes by the end of the week, just to let y'all know how I'm feeling and all of that stuff. So I'm glad that y'all joined me on day one, because baby, I just wanted to share. That's all. Encourage and maybe just give some insight. That's all that's it. But let me go have my dinner and then go walk your doggy nephew Obi so he can get out in the streets. And that's all that's it, y'all. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey. I'm coming back to close out this week's vlog of the detox. I just wanted to give you some updates. It is officially Monday, so I completed my detox yesterday, and this is real raw uncut. I told y'all this channel is about being very authentic. I'm just getting my day started, working from home, as y'all know, but this is just the raw uncut, and I'm excited that I have officially completed the detox. So how do I feel? I feel great. I feel energized. I feel on top of the world, my gut feels a lot better. And I told y'all, I'm very transparent. So my monthly friend came to visit starting this past Saturday, so a day before the detox was ending. And the reason why that's important to say too is because I thought, well, first of all, I knew it was coming, but I knew it was coming at the tail end. But typically, as us women know, when you're bloated and crampy and all this stuff, it almost can feel like, you know, a lot going on. And the concept of a detox is to do the complete opposite. But I think it was great because my body was prepping just in general, right, to cleanse and restart. But it allowed the symptoms of what periods normally bring to not defeat me. And that made me feel even better. I still dealt with the same period symptoms, so I'm not going to go that far and be like, oh, it did this to the, because that's not, you know, I don't know if it's scientifically proven to, you know, relieve some of those symptoms. But the point is that typically on your period, you're like bloated and da-da-da. Y'all, my stomach is flat. I mean, flat to where I'm used to it being. And because of dealing with endometriosis, I feel like the last at least 2 years, my stomach has always bothered me, right? That's been a constant issue for me, dealing with endometriosis. And to be able to do that restart and put my body back to a certain place, even though it is, ooh, wow, that makes me feel emotional, but making me feel like accomplished because I'm always inflamed and I'm always bloated and puffy just everywhere. Even just my face feels like lighter. Like it feels like it combat the inflammation that I deal with to a certain degree, right? And wow, that makes me emotional. So I'm very grateful that I did it this time around. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard. Whew, get it together, Bessie. It wasn't hard. It was just more of you're doing something that's different, right? You're used to eating a certain amount of times in a day. You're used to doing this and you're used to doing that. But sometimes you got to really put your mindset where it needs to be. And I have a strong willpower, so it was all good to do it. It's not like I've never done this detox. I've done it over the last 13 years. So it wasn't crazy, right? It wasn't something like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. It was needed. And I listened to my body and listen to yours. Yours will tell you when it's time for a detox. And I tell my friends all the time, I'm like, the summertime for me and my grandmother is always the greatest because we always say people are trying to get their summer bodies. But we can create summer bodies in the summer because we're not always as hungry, you know, it's hot, you're irritable, you're all these things. So my grandmother and I always grew up together, having fruits and vegetables, and we eat meat too, but you know, just lighter meals. So I was like, this is perfect. It's June, let's do it. And so now I'm transitioning into the anti-inflammatory and I'm very excited about it. Last year was the first time that I introduced that to myself. And it was a lot, but I think it's because mentally I was going through a lot, trying to juggle so many things about my body at once that I couldn't be in control of everything. And it was a lot to know. You had to take this out, you had to take that out, you can't do this, you can't do that. And so now I'm going in there with an open mind and understanding that if I can do this and it feels great, then I can take on the anti-inflammatory as a lifestyle because of dealing with high inflammation, and you know, be able to have things that I enjoy in moderation and not feel bad about that. Yeah, so the detox, I know you're probably like, she sounds emotional. I am, because this has been a journey, y'all. And then I go and see an endometriosis specialist again this Wednesday. So I'm very happy to to be working on this and trying to figure it out, because it's tough, y'all. It's tough. So this detox was more than just cleansing my palate, right? It really gave me clarity. So I encourage y'all to do it. But thank you for tuning in and watching what it was that I did day one. I pretty much continued that throughout the entire week. And as the days went on, less and less I was hungry, to be honest with you. I mean, that's not good, you should eat something, but I was just drinking. Just kept drinking. And then I'd have my one meal and be good. But I'm transitioning, and I will share with y'all in the next vlog what it is that I'm eating for my anti-inflammatory diets. You know, just do your research. Get the book. Look online. Do your research. But if y'all have any questions, just let me know. And thank you for tuning in as always. And I love and appreciate y'all. And I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.
I've got to understand. I just want to live my life. And I want to do it right. I just want to take my time.